Several arrests were made this afternoon at a large protest at the Whipple Federal Building. Hennepin County Sheriff's Office says they declared an unlawful assembly and told people to disperse after some protesters started throwing chunks of ice at officers. Officers say they arrested at least 42 protesters. Our Charlie DeMar was there and joins us now live. So, Charlie, what was it like at the protest?
And Derek, good evening. The protest was peaceful for the majority of the afternoon. The Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, they were on hand to help maintain the peace because of the large crowd size. But at some point, they say agitators began throwing ice chunks at them, hitting a deputy in the head and also smashing the windshield of one of their squad cars. At that point, this protest was deemed unlawful and it brought a quick end to the gathering. As masked immigration agents drove into the Whipple Federal Building Saturday morning, they were met by a chorus of protesters.
Quit your job and go to therapy.
They mock us. As they drive out, as they drive away, they mock us. The inhumanity, the cruelty, our rights are completely gone.
These are my neighbors that are disappearing, and there's no way to justify it.
Along with their voices, the crowd fought back.
Psychological warfare.
It's almost satirical in a sense, people throwing them.
Armed with, yes, sex toys.
So we got people now at the Whipple building in Minneapolis, Minnesota. They're protesting ICE out, and this is what they do. They agitate. They say this is peaceful, but this is peaceful. They're throwing sex toys. It's toys that starts with a D. They're throwing them. They're throwing ice, breaking windows. When will they protest stop? When will this protesting stop? What sense does it make to agitate and throw these things? What point are you going to make? What have these protests done so far for the ICE movement? Nothing. We just have people, as I always say about these protests, just wanting to just fight and just be idiotic and be stupid. And this is why they got arrested. This is why people are getting arrested. It's because they're not there for peaceful protests. They're there to create chaos. They are there to rile up these officers to make sure that they can get on tape that they're getting beat up or arrested and all this stuff. It's just getting tiresome. And I believe that they feel like their movement is dying down. They're trying to do everything they can. So now they're pulling out sex toys to throw at these officers. But now what's happening now, the city of Minnesota is actually helping these federal officers and arresting these people. So how much longer will they continue to do this? How long? What is the point? These ICE protests have done nothing to stop ICE. You have Tom Homan in Minneapolis and Minnesota. He's not going to stop until he gets the people that he needs to get. So what is the point of you going out there all day, every day in the cold, and now you throwing toys, ice? It just doesn't make sense to me. Like I said, I always say in all these videos, what I see are broke people willing to do anything for $1. We are in a time when you look at America, the people that are protesting are people that are broke, that are just not there mentally. They have nothing else to do with their lives. So they said, you know what? We're going to throw sex toys at car vehicles. That's just like who wants to live that life? Is that really meaningful to live that type of life? To me, it's not. What is the point? What is the point? It's just for me, it just doesn't make sense for me. It's like if somebody told me let's go protest, I don't even care what the problem you're trying to protest. It just doesn't work. Look at history. Protesting does not work.
Symbolic message thrown directly at federal immigration agents.
And I think, symbolism is important, right? And I think this is one of the easiest symbols to recognize for people not agreeing with what's going on.
Do you think it sends a message to them?
I think it sends a message that we have a sense of humor.
At first I thought, how much can it damage the cars? And then a couple of them actually made them through some windows, and then when they started coming out and trying to collect them and throw them over the fence so we couldn't use them, that's how you know they're actually getting some effect.
Far-right influencer Jake Lang briefly drove through the crowd a day after he was released from jail.
I don't know what it is about Jake Lang. He just loves being in the middle of this. I don't understand Jake Lang. Yes, I know he's a far-right influencer. I know that he wants to agitate. He wants them to go crazy. I just don't understand what is the point. Because it's just every time you see Jake Lang, he's into some stuff. And it's just like, if, question again, what does that do for the far right movement? What does that do to pull up in a U-Haul and get chased by protesters? Is this attention seeking? What is the basis of Jake Lang? I understand he's with the right, he's with the Republicans. I understand it. I understand the January 6th thing as well. Okay, that's what he did. That's his thing. It's one of those things, is like, why? Why are you doing this? If that's what you want to do, but why? Like, what is the basis? What are we trying to prove here? Because he did the thing where he just walked in the middle of a crowd of protesters and they were beating them up, throwing stuff. Is he trying to agitate to make them look bad on TV? I just say Jake Lang is always in the middle of it. He's always in the middle of it, and it's just one of those things as a person on the outside, I don't understand it. Not saying he's a bad person. I'm not saying whatever. I just say whatever he's doing, I just don't understand his point of view and what he's trying to do. I'm not saying he's a bad person. I don't know him. I just know that every time there's a protest, he's in the middle of it. He wants the attention. He thrives off the attention. And some people are just like that, right? But he's always in the middle of something that is crazy.
Protesters we spoke to say they were at the rally to confront him. Some chased after the U-Haul he was in. This woman,
I can't see anything.
says she was pepper sprayed by Lang.
I got pepper sprayed by Jake Lang.
Look at her, yelling, screaming, and then a girl next to her saying, what are you talking about? You can see. You say you got pepper spray, but nothing wrong with your eye. Look at the girl with the beanie. She looking at her like, what are you talking about? What you see here, man, like at these protests, you see people, they don't have a life. They thrive on chaos. They thrive on just being there and just doing things that don't make sense. Because things don't make sense in their brain, so they're like, this is perfect for me to be myself. What you see here, you see people that finally out here being themselves and being chaotic, and it's just causing a moment that doesn't need to make sense. So it's just weird, man. That's why I don't understand protesting. I never will. Only way you can make a difference is through your dollar, is through money. The way this world works is money and leverage. If these protesters don't have money or leverage, then what problems are they going to solve? They're not going to solve any problems. And I just think that they know that they don't have any money, they don't have any leverage, and all they can do is scream and make content for these news outlets. They know they really can't make a change. They know that they really can't make a change. They're just trying to get a viral moment so they can get paid.
And the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office confirms that 42 people were arrested so far. We are told, though, that number is subject to change, Derek.
So 42 people got arrested. For what? What did 42 people getting arrested for? What problem did that help solve? Nothing. So you in jail, arrested, feeling good about yourself, but you didn't help nobody. All you did was make your situation worse. I don't get protesting. I don't get agitating. I don't get it. I'm really a smart human being where I look at it. If I want to make a change, you got to have money, leverage, and influence. That's the only way you can make change. The sooner you realize that, and then the sooner you work to getting one of those, then you'll be able to make a change. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, we'll keep this thing rocking, keep it going. Make sure you join the Patreon. Link is in the description below. Sorry for my voice, but I'm going to keep it rocking. We also have the Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have the No Filter Morning Show. Make sure you tune into the live stream. Going to be talking about all type of stuff. I just want to say I appreciate you guys, and keep it rocking, keep it going. I'm out.